let's say in a neighborhood space or like in a neighborhood block, on one neighborhood block, you might see one Mercedes Benz average. You might see 1 to 2 about their houses and stuff kind of lined up and stuff, right?
Right.
And I'm not saying you have a Mercedes that means you got it,
Yeah.
right? But it'll kind of give you a demographic and stuff like how the cash flow works when you see the type of cars and stuff that's by this spot.
Yeah.
I drive through, let's say, rich ass or Podical and some part stuff when I'm to and fro from work, whatever, right?
Right.
I'm seeing Beamer, Benz, and Bentley. So when I'm seeing Beamer, Benz, or Bentley, clearly this neighborhood and stuff is okay.
Right.
Right? But if you see Beamer, Benz, putt, like...
The Podical Sons.
What's up, everybody? I'm Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show. This show is hilariously inappropriate, but intellectual beyond belief.
Here.
Let's get it popping. Like, comment, subscribe, all the above, all streaming platforms possible. Podical Sons Podcast. And you can see these lovely faces on the socials and stuff at Podical Sons or at Pod Sons. 2, not 1, except no cheap imitations. And on the socials as well, you can get interactive and stuff with us. And we do review the polls and stuff on the show, which we're going to do shortly. So you can participate in the polls and stuff, where we post them on Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays and Thursdays on the Meta platforms. Mondays and Thursdays on the Meta platforms. And you will see these questions run for 24 hours, and they will be reviewed on the following show.
That's it. Yeah.
Let's get it popping. How you feeling, though? What about you, Joy, this week, man?
One of the companies that I do work for, we just celebrated on Friday 3 million transactions, and it was dope to see because the gentleman running it, I know where he's coming from. Just started off distributing product out of his mother's garage, and has now opened up his own distribution center. Actually, the main distribution center is in Scarborough, but he's got like satellite offices in China, the US. He rents a smaller space from somebody out in Europe, but it's dope to see. Black man, big up yourself, doing your thing. And yeah, so it was really good just reminiscing about just where we're coming from to now, and just whole bunch of jokes, laughter, and stuff like that. So that was the highlight for the week. Actually, it was like 3 functions they had for the entire week. But that was the main one. So yeah, it was dope. It was dope. What brought you joy this week, man?
I think, the kids are off from school this week and stuff here.
Yeah.
So I was able to spend some time with Lil Man and stuff during this March break. I'm so used in America, we call it spring break.
Yeah.
But spend time with him and stuff, whatever. So that's always dope. And then even just got to finally kick it, like just to relax back, because every weekend there was like something going on. It's like boom, 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 boom. I like to sit my ass home every now and then. Like,
right.
You paying bills for that. If you can't sit down in your house and, you know what I'm saying? Like during the week, I feel like it's mandatory that you're going to stay home and stuff for that. But again, that chunk of the 8 hours of the day, you're not really home, chilling on your time. And then when you do get home, you probably have a few hours to eat, kind of get relaxed to do it all over again. So I was happy. Like, again, I'm always grateful for slow starts. So yesterday I had a slow ass start, whatever.
Right.
I was like, oh yeah, I had some tea. I went for a walk. No, I did some push-ups. I did a little workout, whatever. Then I went for a walk, for a long ass walk, and I saw some peoples and shit like that. Saw family and stuff, whatever. Like on the walk. So it was just it's good to have a slow start, man. Like I think everything's just so fast, and then fuck. I think that's the thing I appreciate about not being plugged in so much. Like the world is a lot slower compared to like even like this. This is just throwing information at you.
100%.
Constantly.
100%.
Right? So it's kind of like, let me not get anything thrown at me. But yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, man, when you realize how much of operations go to that phone and so forth like that, because just from the part from like the pages that I do, right?
Mm.
Part of my job now is managing all the social media stuff for the company.
Mm.
So, and I'm just looking at it, and it's, you know how we do as far as it goes to like the Podical Sun side, and I'm looking at like what they're doing, and it's like it looks so underserved to me.
But your skills has brought you to this place,
Right,
where like your skills are actually needed for this place,
right.
for you to kind of, as I guess in your position, kind of bring it up to par now.
Yeah. So now
This
it's
is
like
subpar.
I was speaking to my boss the other day. I was like, okay, like I need all the passwords and stuff like that for the social media, because I'm like, I'm not used to seeing it like this. I'm used to coming to my page and I had to tell them the whole thing with the stories. I said, y'all don't even put in the stories. Like y'all don't post in the stories. I said, like we getting it popping because of our stories right now. So like you got to utilize some of that stuff. So,
but they're like, yes, save us, sir. Finally, someone's here to save us. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing. We just know how to make money the other way.
Other way, right?
Save us.
I'm like,
help us make more money.
I said, y'all are just throwing money away when you're just doing all of this stuff and not focusing the attention. I said, give us the money. Give us the money.
Yeah. And then you can circle the budget now after that.
Right.
That's what's up. You ready to cook with the polls?
Let's cook with the polls, man.
The polls, man. Because, you know, people asked me a lot to say about the polls this week, and they were just basic shit. First poll of the week was, is age just a number? Is age just a number? What do you got? That choices are yes or no. What do you think the people's put? And then tell me what you got.
I want to say they said, I'm having faith in them. I'm saying yes.
Okay.
I say yes, and I'm saying they say yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
62% said yes.
Okay.
62% said yes.
Okay.
Tell me why age is just a number now.
Because, you know, being the age that I am now, I always look back, and when I was growing up and seeing people in the 50s, and I always looked at it as it being old, right?
Right.
And always dreading the day that when I reach there, I'm gonna be old.
They dress different.
They dress different.
I was saying, when you were a kid and you're looking at 50-year-old stuff, whatever, they were wearing some fuddy-duddy shit.
They
you gotta use a
fuddy-duddy.
fuddy-duddy. You gotta use the word of fuddy-duddy. Okay? All right, go ahead.
And then I'm at this age and I'm like, I don't feel it. You know what I mean? It's go back to what we were saying before. Like we reach certain ages and it's like, we don't feel it, we don't act it, and so forth like that. And I was like,
I definitely don't act my age.
Yeah. And then I started thinking, I said, nah, it's really just a number. It's like, you don't have to be what they tell you that you need to be at this specific age.
So, okay, I was on the no side, right? And then with me, for is age just a number, I'm going to say no, because there's like a certain kind of decor.
Yeah.
They respect, or like, I want to say, I don't want to put it as full society, but I want to say people should have a high regard. So let's say, for example, if you're a grandmother,
right,
who might be 72 years old and stuff, whatever, and she's wearing booty shorts.
Right.
They were like, you're 72. That's the first thing they're going to put is the age.
Is the age.
Whatever, right? Before like the maturity or anything and stuff like that, whatever. But again, we're on the other side saying that be who you are.
Be who you are, man.
But we're not letting Granny be who she is and stuff,
yeah.
whatever. Because we're like, she's too old, so we're putting the number and stuff, whatever, beforehand.
Yeah.
Right?
But do you find is if they know the number, that's when it happens? Because I keep it a buck. I see some people that's in their 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and wearing the same tight outfit, same nice looking clothes. And that doesn't come to my mind because I'm not thinking they're that age.
At that time and stuff, whatever, yes, until you hear and stuff, whatever, right? Because some people do not look their age, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not even saying like a black doing crack, like, you know, some blacks on crack and they do look their age.
Right.
But I think there's like, okay, I'll say this. Is age just a number when it comes to, if you were single, would you date somebody who's in their 20s now?
No.
Then age is a number then.
No.
Like, age is not just a number and stuff. It means something, right?
Right.
I think like even, again, with our bodies and stuff and how we feel, mentally we can go oh so far compared to like the physical.
Yeah.
In your mind, you probably can lift a boulder.
Right.
Physically, you probably can't even budget.
Right.
But again, we still have to kind of, I want to say the body is the more reality aspect of it, whatever, right? 'Cause
Right.
even like I want to say for me, I got humbled one time and stuff, whatever. It's so funny. Like in my mind, I was with a woman and I'm saying to myself, like I'm fucking for like an hour, dog.
Yeah. Right.
I'm fucking for like an hour.
Right.
Mental.
Mind.
It's a thing, whatever, right? God bless this stuff, whatever. Like I want to say, like at the time, I think we played music or something. Music was going on,
Yeah.
and stuff, whatever. And with the music going on, it's kind of like the songs. It's kind of let me know, like, okay, God bless this back, because the songs back then were like 4 minutes, close approximation.
Yeah.
Now they just have like
Just
two bars.
You can't clock yourself to the music of today.
Done. Yeah,
you can't clock yourself to the music of today.
You're done. So when I'm looking at it, I'm like, in my mind, I feel like a mini porn star and stuff, whatever. But I'm looking like I only kind of jammed to like 3 songs, and I feel my balls tingling. So I feel like the party might be over
Right.
sooner than expected, because
Right.
in my mind, I'm thinking it's an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Physical and the physical of the body aspect.
Yeah.
This is only about like 20 minutes.
Only about 20 minutes.
So like Hulk was very sad.
Make it the best damn 20 minutes possible.
You have to.
You have to.
At one point, you definitely have to.
You have to.
So that's I was like, in my mind, no, yes, but body wise and stuff, whatever. Again, like if we're saying age is a mental thing and stuff like that, again, the wear and tear, and everybody's wear and tear is definitely different. Right. I feel like athletes, their wear and tear is completely at a different rate than regular folk.
Yeah.
So if you see an athlete that can barely even walk properly, like after retirement, like in their 40s and stuff like that, the strenuous activities they must have did to kind of put them to that point, whatever, right?
Right.
And it's not really a number, so to speak, but again, it's still your body.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No, but I can never, like even like age and dating wise, whatever, I think the youngest I could probably like date, probably right now 35.
35.
And the oldest I can probably date is 50.
And it really seems to be a number thing, because I mean, even at the age of, let's say she was the age of 25,
Okay.
right? But way, way, way mature beyond her years. Like, let's say put some of like the maybe like the 38s, to shame with her maturity. Would you still be able to say
I still decline.
you still decline?
I'll decline, and I'll decline because again, I don't expect me from other people.
Right.
Even within the past recent few months and stuff, or recent month, let me say that, how we spoke about generational like gaps.
Yes.
And stuff, right? I kind of made it my personal business to kind of speak to other generations, see how they communicate and interact and stuff like that, right?
Right.
And for the most part, I think I'm in a zone where my memory is that far and deep into, like, let's say, boomers and I can have conversations.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Like even like last week, we're having conversations with boomers and stuff about like how the world works after we were done recording and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
I'm at the ability and you're at the ability to have conversations with boomers and people who are 2 generations older than me, and boomers are 1 generation older than you.
Right.
Right? You have the ability to talk to me, and I want to say other millennial folks that I know, so you can speak like that. And my demographic is millennials.
Right.
I can speak to Gen Z. I try to speak to make sure I speak to Gen Z, not on some Kendrick Lamar shit and Drake shit.
Right.
But it's like, I try to make sure what like the lingo kind of makes sense for me to have an understanding and stuff of like even how that individual thinks.
Right.
Right. So no, like, let's say I had to explain something to a Gen Z person for them to help in order for them to be great. And I had to break it down to like the musicians they listen to the shit they do, and the things they watch and stuff, whatever. And the light bulbs went off 3 times because they're like, he gets it.
Yeah.
Right? And then when they're looking at other people and stuff at the job, whatever, they're like, Mark, these people are too fucking old. I'm like, I'm actually older than them.
Yeah.
Whatever, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, again, the language speaking, bring it back to the woman now, whatever. I'm not expecting me from other people, but I found it a rare ability to even do me.
Right.
To be able to speak to amongst different generations and everything. Aesthetically, people, the world we live in, I feel like we don't make ugly people like that no more. So aesthetically, you might be somewhere and stuff, whatever. I don't feel like, let's say, relatively speaking, you don't dress old.
No.
Right? So you're going somewhere and stuff like that, whatever. A 28-year-old that might look like she might be in her 30s and stuff, whatever, might have conversation with you and stuff, whatever. But how much of the conversation, in all honesty, do you think is like kind of relatable? Because I even asked a 20-something-year-old one day, I'm like, do you know who the Spice Girls are? They're like, who?
Yeah.
Who? Spice Rack? And you get what I'm saying?
I get it. No, I get
so
it.
That's what I'm saying and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but every other form of the conversation was pretty much kind of like relatable, where like people need to have, like, we were talking about like social battery and like, you know, like the person saying like they're an extrovert who's really deep down inside an introvert, and we're having conversations. And I'm like, we were agreeing to those lines.
Right.
And then we were talking about like, well, yeah, well, if you're in your domain, what are you watching and stuff? Some old classic shit. Whatever, right?
Yeah.
Old classic stuff. And when I hear, oh, I would love to watch like some old 106 in Park. Nigga, you too old. You too young for me. I was like, I operate more in the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what Saved by the Bell is? They're like, who? I was like, all right.
Yeah. When the conversation comes down to things of an era, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then it becomes unrelatable, because then they weren't there at that time to understand it.
I had to explain to somebody about Chernobyl the other day.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
To the Chernobyl thing and stuff, whatever. And this person and stuff was actually born in the 90s. Right? And it was like early 90s, because
You might have to explain Chernobyl to some of our viewers as well.
Oh, wow. Chernobyl nuclear reactor, the greatest mistake in human history and stuff, where the reactor went off, I think, I was almost one. So it was at 86, April 86, something like that, whatever. Like basically the reactor went off, the whole town roasted, the land and that much of the area stuff is uninhabitable for 24,000 years. So that's when I was having a conversation with somebody about, we don't want a nuclear fallout.
Right.
Because if Chernobyl went off in 86 and no one can live there for another 24,000 years,
that's just insane. What
would happen if everybody's dropping nukes all over the place?
That's just insane when you think about that.
Yeah, it's that hot, right? But the miracle about it, whatever, and this is where the God factor.
Yeah.
Animals returned to Chernobyl. I saw a documentary and stuff, whatever, like, let's say when HBO did the Chernobyl movie.
Right.
And it won all the awards because they're like, yo, they were detailed and graphic and stuff with it. I Googled something about Chernobyl and like what it is now.
Yeah.
They're like, the researchers all have a problem with the wild dogs and the animals and stuff in the area. So I'm like, so humans cannot live in a zone without a suit.
Right.
For 24,000 years.
Yeah.
The animals are out here, their fur, like it's like slight radiation to like most of their furs.
Yeah.
Most of the newer animals have been born since like the 80s and 90s and the early 2000s.
Right.
They're used to the environment now.
They've adapted to it.
So they're looking like, yo, I heard that they took a dog, regular, like domesticated dog, outside the range in different parts of Ukraine.
Yeah.
Because Chernobyl's in Ukraine, right?
Right.
And Pripyat. I'm sorry, Ukrainian folk, if I'm saying it wrong.
I'm sorry.
But I'm trying my
best. We'll get our government to send you more money.
Yeah. Our government needs to give us more money to educate our asses on the world.
Yeah.
But all the animals that was in that Chernobyl Pripyat zone,
right?
If they were brought from outside there, they die honey roasting instantaneously. The ones that grew up or like wild animals there,
yeah,
it's a regular day. So explain the animals can live, but the humans can and stuff, whatever. We do it a lot. We don't need to do too much with this nuclear shit falling from the sky.
No, we don't.
We need a nuclear-free world.
We do. We definitely do.
But age ain't nothing but a number. Tell that to Aaliyah, R.I.P. Okay, the next poll was, I had to reboot this one for the modern times.
Okay.
Could a man date a woman with $40 on the first date? What do you think they got?
They definitely said no.
89% said yes.
89% said yes. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at y'all. I don't believe y'all. I don't.
Lucifer's a lie. Lucifer's a lie. here's why I'm agreeing with you with the whole no side.
Right.
So on the Sunday we went out to go get some food and stuff like with my peoples and stuff, right? And we went to a buffet,
Okay.
right? We went to a buffet and stuff like that, whatever. Run the check, cut the check, but you know, the buffet, everybody kind of goes to this buffet and shit like that, whatever. Right?
Yeah.
I hear one woman, she's like, fuck, I love this place. So I'm like, she's single, so I'm like, so your man can't take you here for a date? She said, fuck no.
She love it though.
So, because the tab, let's say the tab plus, I guess, soda and tip
Yeah.
will run you about like under $40,
Okay.
right? So
That's
I was
not
like,
bad. That's not bad.
yeah. Because I was thinking like for inflation, because back in the day, it used to be about like under 30.
Okay.
Because I remember one homie and stuff, he's like, yo, if any case, if you could slide up to the spot, get that and a drink, and then we're blessed. Because
Right.
instead of you saying you're going to spend like $17, $18 back in the day, you might not be full. We go back multiple times, buffet style, and do the thing, right? So I was
Right.
like, so I said to the woman, like, that's interesting that this is one of your favorite places, but a man can't take you here. And she said the same thing, shout out to Shorty, the same thing Shorty was saying. Yo, these $10 chicks and stuff, whatever, they're not good women. You need to get you $100 broad. That's what she said. So I was like, yo, I was like,
$100 bra.
and then she's like, $10, a $10 like chick don't scare you? I like, you sound like this girl I had on my show a long time ago.
Yeah.
Right? And she's like, nah. So other women and stuff that heard the conversation, one woman said, yeah, right?
Yeah.
One woman said yes. I said, you know what, let's bring it back. So now during the week, I'm asking some people and stuff like in my worlds and everything. Can a man take a woman on a date for $40? And one woman said, I'm not like these expensive bitches. That's how she said
That's
it.
how she said it.
That's how she said it.
She said it. Don't blame the sons.
Don't blame us.
Don't blame
She
the
said, I'm
sons.
not like these expensive bitches, Marv. I said, $40 is not really too much.
It's not.
But she said, first date.
Yeah.
First date.
Yeah.
I don't know you.
Mhm.
And she's like, if I was a man, why the fuck am I spending more than $50 on you and stuff like that when you might not even give me no vagina? I'm like, this is what we've been saying.
This is what we've been saying.
saying.
What we've been saying as men.
This is what we've been saying as men. Now you in agreement with us.
Thank you for getting us.
I was like,
Thank you.
So, meanwhile, I'm telling her that a nurse walks past and stuff, whatever. Nurse walked past, she asked the nurse and stuff. The nurse, her eyes rolled. She was like, what the fuck? What do we get with that? A Happy Meal? I'm not going to McDonald's on no damn first date. So I said, well, you can actually get some Chinese food for probably about like $16 and stuff. So 2 places probably run you about like, let's say after taxes, maybe like 35.
Right.
And then she's like, so what are we going to say? I said, let me give you a definition of date. And I read them the actual definition of date. I said, it says nothing about food.
Yeah.
It says a meetup at a specific time, either romantic or a social meetup.
Yeah. Let's make it a date. And that don't indicate food or anything like that.
So I seen one of my old peoples and stuff from like back in the day, like, yo, I thought this was like $30. I'm like, no, inflation has come.
Inflation kicked in.
Times has changed.
It's changed.
We're gonna up it with $10 more. $10 more ain't shit. But I said, she said, why don't you just make it $50? Like, $50 is definitely doable.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely doable and stuff for that. But I still look at where we're talking about just the food, and then can I get you a beverage?
Yeah.
But in any case, I just want to get to know you.
But it's got to be all about the conversation on the first date.
Yeah.
This is why you all need to know if you're compatible or not.
Yeah.
Not what your taste buds
I
are.
want to know if you were born a man or not.
There you go.
I'm just trying to figure out these things and stuff, whatever. Do you put out? Do you give up the sex the first night? Do you wait 3 months? Let me get to know you.
Yeah.
Because I feel like text, and somebody said this, like, you get to know me over the phone and stuff. I said, no. A lot of times you could be talking to whosoever on speakerphone,
Right.
and they're giving you these things. And then in person, you have no personality to me.
Right.
And the texting thing, I don't know who the fuck I'm texting, much less.
This is true.
So that's a no bueno. Go.
I said no instantly because, I mean, me and my son went out to go get some food, and he a McDonald's expert. And there's nothing, if you buy 2 meals at McDonald's, it's easily 30-something bucks.
Right.
Easily.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, again, it's still about to get to know somebody.
That's it.
So the $40 I'm keeping or I have in my pocket, it's just kind of like, I want to say, let's call it buffer space, because I'm still trying to get to know whosoever. Hey,
Right.
how are you? Let's go for a coffee. I heard one chick say, I don't do coffee dates and stuff for that. But I'm like, I can't understand why you're single. like, I kind of understand why you're single.
And some of these coffee places be popping with the atmosphere.
I play this. I'm not even a Starbucks connoisseur like that. But I walk in Starbucks and I see all the people like sitting down
Just
having an energy
chilling.
and a vibe.
Yeah.
Why I can't bring you to Starbucks?
Yeah. And have the same vibe. The conversation is flowing at Starbucks.
And did you know that in Starbucks I'm considered a tall guy? Not small.
You're tall.
Yeah. There's no such thing as small in
There's no-
Starbucks. It's small. So we can go to Starbucks. I'll be the tall man of your dreams. Okay. All right.
All right, man.
What do you want to start with? What's on your mind?
Oh, listen. I think me and you should both stop at our gas predictions.
Oh, I'm over gas.
Because today I seen 170.
Yeah, I saw 172 earlier Friday.
This is liters we're talking about for those who are in the US.
Liters.
And I was like, because I remember the last question I asked you if you think we'll hit $2 before the year's up. I don't even think summer's gonna catch us and we don't see $2 if this continues the way it is.
I stopped tracking gas. And I'll tell you this. As bad as things were, let's say when the Ukraine and Russia conflict popped off in 2022,
Right.
when gas went up to like I want to say approximately like the range where it is and stuff now, were there people switching modes of transportation then?
No.
Then that's why I start to shut the hell up pertaining to like the gas thing. Because especially for my job and where I live, I'm definitely gonna need it.
Yeah.
The funny thing, and I was saying this to somebody and stuff, I'm like, as much as we may gripe, we're still spending it. So the person said to me, what will we do? What would we need to do to drop or make the gas prices drop?
Yeah.
If you know an MPP that can talk to somebody in charge, pray for rain. Other than that, I don't think nothing the average citizen could really do.
There's nothing the average
You
citizen
know that you need your
do.
shit. So
that's it. And the one thing I think we can do, there's not enough people rallying up to do it. To just say, listen, man, if everybody just says, listen, gas is too expensive, I can't go to work. And let's say 80% of the population says that. Then at some point, they're going to have to say, okay, well, this is affecting business. We got to drop the price of gas so these people can start complaining and go get their ass to work. Other than that, it's not happening.
you could protest the gas. I can protest the gas and stuff, whatever. But then if this, as we speak, there's like at least 4 to 5 cars at a pump right now.
Right now.
That ain't serving like the aim and the goal, right?
Yeah.
So I think we're that's the reason why like I kind of left the griping about the gas and stuff alone, because I'm like, when I seen the climb so fast, I was like, what do we do to bring it down? I looked at the peanut gallery. And then I just heard one guy like, it's fucking government, fuck. This guy, he just kept going up. I was like, yo, all that cursing ain't saving, changing shit.
It ain't changing shit, bro. It ain't changing shit.
He's like, you know what they need to do? I was like, don't tell me. I work here with you.
I'm like,
go to MPP.
Carney need to maybe increase that 50,000 electric vehicles allowed from China. He might need to bump that up because I think there'll be a higher demand going forward.
That's true. Let me. Okay. If we're talking about that, right? Let's talk about the airfares and TSFA
Right.
and TSA with them and their world, right? One, airfares are going up because again, people are holding on to the gas, the
Right.
fuels
Right.
for these planes. A shorter commute and stuff that are on the plane before would be a different price, and then now you're into some thunderfucks of like price hikes and stuff now, right?
Yeah.
It's one thing for prices to go up. It's another thing for the workers of the TSA not to be employed or not to be getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been such a while since they've been paid.
Right. Right.
With them walking off in jobs and stuff for parts in different parts in America now. And let's say these workers
Right.
probably don't live nowhere near the airport.
Right.
They have to spend money to put gas in their car to get to the airport
Yeah.
to do their damn job.
Yeah.
Where before, you're at least knowing you're spending your gas money to help you make more money.
Right. 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 Right.
Now you're not, gas prices are going up. You're not getting paid.
But at least you ain't spending for that gas.
When would poverty kick into you when it comes to the TSA workers? Because if a lot of them are walking off the job,
Yeah.
meaning money is a thing.
Yeah.
They can't say money isn't a thing
Right.
because they would be working for free pretty much, like what they were. A lot of people, like we say, we often discuss, people are living check by check and everything and stuff. I saw something on the news, broke my heart. Husband and wife both work for TSA.
Yeah.
And the wife said she had to ask her 16-year-old daughter who's working at a mall for money.
Ouch.
When do you think poverty will strike for even the TSA workers? When you have gas is up and they have no job. When we just don't, we have gas up. We still working.
Yeah. So here's the thing, because they always say in times like these, when we're facing crisis of oil,
Mhm.
gas is always the first to go up. And it's not the fact that, you know, they already bought the gas, so you think like they like it shouldn't go up. No, they're actually charging you for the gas that they're going to now replenish to fill that gas what they've already paid for.
Right.
So it's always gonna go up first. I think when it's really gonna start hitting a lot of people is like when it now trickles over to the food. Because it doesn't just appear at the supermarket. These foods are either flown in, they're either boated in, they're either coming in by train. All of that stuff, I'm sorry, takes gas. So once these companies start realizing they're paying more to transport the food, then the food prices are going to start to go up. Now, they may not have to, they may not need to spend gas to go to work, but they damn sure need food.
It's like, I thought about a homegirl, right? And she doesn't work for TSA, but I thought about a homegirl. She has a house. She has 2 kids, and she lives in South Carolina, right?
Okay.
And she's like, when her electricity bill went from like 150 range, where her and her 2 kids, with 3 people using electricity and stuff, whatever,
Right.
it was somewhat a battle as is then.
Yeah.
And then for that to take the hike as a utility, go from like 150 to 160 max,
Yeah.
to now $230 max.
Right.
She's like, that other money went to like groceries and other shit and stuff for them, the house.
Right.
She's like, and she said it in a way and stuff, and I get it, but she's like, I know I'm black and I'm supposed to rely on like God got me and stuff, whatever, but I'm like, it don't seem like he coming fast enough.
Nah.
Because it looked like she might be homeless, evicted, and struggling.
Right.
Before a blessing might come, because it's kind of like, I've been treading water. She's like, I've been treading water since the beginning of 2025.
Right.
When so many changes, so many other places got changes and stuff, whatever, to now I'm in 2026 and looking like, and then she said, what kicked there and stuff. South Carolina, they got the freak winter storms and stuff like that, whatever. So she's like,
Right.
not only I can't get to work and stuff, whatever, they have nowhere to plow nothing.
Yeah.
So she's like, she's in a situation and stuff like, she work at shift, she can't get to the job.
Yeah.
Roads and everything is snowed the fuck up. Gas is up. Bills are still coming.
That's crazy.
She's like, either I find me a sugar daddy or I go back to Cleveland because we're gonna be in poverty.
That's crazy, man. Nah, but I felt it when you said the two TSA workers gotta turn around and look at this
teenager.
You know what I mean? We're so used to telling our kids, nah, save for your nest egg. So when you're ready to move out, you have something to start with. Now we're telling them, listen, I'm gonna need some of that start money.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the poverty thing is crazy to me. Like, what? Okay, let me ask you this. Why do you think it's so hard to escape poverty for some people? Because I heard about generational poverty and I was like, the hell is that? And then I looked at it, I was like, well, if you're already enthralled in it, then I thought most of the times when you see so many things like go to school, go this, aren't these ways to throw you out of poverty?
It's ways to throw you out of poverty, but even with that stuff sitting in front of you, you have to have that mindset, right? If you don't have that mindset, then look, I know a couple people well, like there's like 2 or 3 generations in a metro housing system.
That's the generational poverty.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not like the tools are not out there to get you out of that situation.
Mm-hmm.
But if you see mom depending on something and making ends meet and not wanting better for herself, right? And she may preach, do better for yourself to you, but she don't enforce it on you. How far does that teaching go?
Oh, so you're saying it's more of like a parental aspect, monkey see, monkey do.
Monkey see, monkey do. As I say, it's the mindset. Unless you change that mindset and go and get that stuff to raise you up out of poverty.
Yeah.
It's like, what do they call it? Or when the situation just keeps repeating itself.
Like deja vu?
Not deja vu. There's another name for it, but I mean, the situation just keeps repeating itself because you don't want to break that cycle.
Now, I seen, and I'll even use the same friend and stuff to attest for it, right? Her mother, I believe, graduated from high school.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Her father passed kind of early. I think her father passed, if I'm not mistaken, when she was like 15, 16.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Her mom, let's say, mom was doing everything and stuff with the kids after the father passed.
Right.
Right? One of her brothers went to the military because there was no money.
Right.
Right? So he went to the military and stuff, and then she ended up getting through all this stuff until like she's gonna go to school and stuff, whatever, for a bit, and then she ended up like chasing the nursing thing a lot more.
Yeah.
Till she got that and stuff done.
Okay.
Right? In the process, she was like, I remember she stated to me, she's like, she had her daughter, I want to say in her early 20s, and had her son in her mid 20s. Right? In her early 20s, when she had her daughter, she said the government would throw money at them.
Yes.
For child purpose.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
She said the energy kind of shifted a little, or the amount shifted.
Right.
When it came to her having her son.
Okay.
Right? But she was student. So she was a student. Then she ended up having a daughter and stuff, whatever.
Right.
Then she was working, and then she went student again, and she ended up having her son.
Yeah.
She said she felt like more resources came to her when she was unemployed compared to being employed.
Yep.
So now the mindset going back to the mindset thing, if you're trying to get out of this poverty thing and you're employed,
yeah,
and you're trying to do the right things to climb out of poverty, it seems like a lot harder than to compare it to somebody just sitting and waiting for like, the government to come save them.
Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you, between late 80s, I want to say maybe around 89 to around 94, 95.
Okay.
During that era, government was the best baby daddy. Listen, man, government was the best
You have
baby
to
daddy.
speak on that. Speak on that. Because I was like, government's fucking people? That's not in change.
You had women having children purposely
for the check.
because they knew the type of check that they were getting. And I'm talking enough money to deck your living situation out, buy a nice car, break off your boyfriend some little change. Like, that's the type of money they were giving out. So I think,
I guess mid-90s you said.
Yeah, 94. I'm trying to remember which premier came out and he cut the gravy train. He was like,
interesting.
Nah. And they started that work for fear or something like that, where you either had to now go out and try to find yourself a job, and if you couldn't find yourself a job, they cut some of the assistants. So that whole, and they were mad at him for doing that.
Yeah, because they were probably kicking back with the gravy train.
Yes, man. That's what I'm
and the
saying.
gravy train stopped.
So that's what I'm saying. And he's like, you have women telling other women, all you got to do is this. All you got to do is this. All you got to do is, and that's what I'm telling you, that mentality kept them where they were.
That's interesting. No, so you're saying that like those women who taught other women how to get the hustle on,
Yeah,
those ones were comfortable living in poverty.
because they were getting paid. Sometimes more than women were working, just like you're saying. Like sometimes people was like, oh well, what am I gonna go work for? I can just go on. I can live on welfare.
Right, because again, like going back to the same friend,
Right.
when she went back after her son, her daughter was old enough for daycare. No, for elementary school.
Okay.
So her daughter was in kindergarten.
Yeah.
When she had to look for daycare for the son. Before, like, let's say the mom, I want to say for the most part, was able to kind of help her out.
Yeah.
Watching her daughter.
Yeah.
At this time and stuff, that luxury wasn't there.
Right.
So now daycare is a whole another expense. So she's like, it might be cheaper for me just to sit home with my son than to go to work and then pay daycare. And I was like, I don't think government's coming to save anybody. So I'm like, how do people get out of poverty if the government's still throwing checks and they're still not, and they're still in poverty?
Still in poverty, man.
Like, what do you recommend to somebody if you know they're still struggling with poverty and they're trying to get out? They're like, Smooth, I'm lost. Point me to a direction. Where do I start?
You got to start with the mindset that nobody's gonna come and save you. That's got to be the first thing. This government check, you got to look at it as more of a trap than something to set you free, and really start focusing on and don't look at it as an insurmountable task, because everything is you start small, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you just make enough to say, okay, I can cover food and rent, then guess what? That's two things that you don't have to ask the government for. Then you start thinking of ways of how can I maybe save a little bit on top of that making that food and rent. And it may be hard at the first, but I'm saying you don't gotta save like maybe $200 a check. Maybe you just save $10, right?
I feel like minimum everybody should at least save $40 a month, $40 to $50 a month.
Okay, so $40 to $50 a month, right?
Yeah.
Then after, let's say 6 months or so, it may not seem a lot to
but
you.
But $300 is a blessing.
But then that $300 now you have $300 in your palms. Well, what do you do with $300? Well, listen, why not consider investing some of it? Because now you have a little trust that you can say, okay, you know what? Let me invest $150.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You invest $150.
But when would you tell somebody to invest and stuff? I know we're not money people and stuff, whatever, right? But like, when would you recommend somebody who's damn near poverty level to invest?
I would say if you got to the point where you have enough money in the bank to say this is like your rainy day fund, invest. Because that money in the bank is only gonna do so much sitting in the bank.
Yeah, without a doubt. But I think the thing, see, I was explaining to like one lady, right? Because I forget her name. So I watched this I guess YouTuber I found eons ago, right?
Okay.
I forget Vivian too. So she's like your rich BFF. That's her slogan. Hey guys, I'm your rich BFF, right? And I remember specifically one time she was saying, she's like, a lot of people and stuff, it's not hard for them to dance right above poverty.
Yeah.
Investment should be the last thing they look at and stuff, whatever, if they don't have an emergency fund.
Right.
Right? You need credit to help build you because the credit will, like, if you keep your credit decent enough, you can use some of that to help alley-oop you out of like poverty.
100%.
Right? And she was saying, this is her words and stuff for this. She was saying emergency fund, like bills, emergency fund, and that. You said to me, when I remember when I heard her say that, around the same time, you were the same person saying to me, like, yo, a lot of people's income is not moving. Because she said the same thing. She's like, your income, a lot of people's incomes is not really moving like that and stuff, right?
No.
Like the wealthy or the ones who got it and stuff, whatever, this is not their problem. That's why Trump and them are not even sweating for any kind of issue that might pop off.
Hell no.
The ones that's way down here and stuff, whatever, these ones are probably like damn near 2 checks behind.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? And then the other ones and stuff are like 1 paycheck to 2 from making it. If your income hasn't changed and you've been steadily like, you're not even living. Like I feel like certain people, it's not even like they have a FOMO, but it's like they can't afford
to
do other shit.
Yeah.
So if they can't damn near do nothing, whatever, right? When does the investment opportunity would present itself?
Yeah, like I was saying, and again, it's the mindset, right? So you don't have to start big if you start small, right? So like you're saying, if you save the $40 a month, right? Then after 3 or 4 months, you have enough to say, okay.
Yeah, 2,400. No, so 3 or 4. I was thinking 6 months. Sorry. Yeah,
you have enough to
120 for 3 months.
Yeah, you have enough to say, okay, you know what? Okay, let's say you get to the point where you save 300, right? So like I was saying, 300, and then you say, okay, what would it cost me to have like the emergency fund? Because I still believe that you need that emergency fund. Anything can happen, right?
Your wheels can pop off from your car.
Right. What is enough to have that emergency fund? I think once you hit that emergency fund and then you're a little bit past that, then I think you should start thinking about investing. And your investment doesn't have to start big. It can start small, but invest in something, because any forward investment is still percentages high as far as an increase than it is your money just sitting in the bank.
That's very true.
Right? So just if you even, and again, it's the mindset. Like you train yourself, like have that mindset. So when now you get a bigger money, that mindset is already there for you. It's really having that mindset.
I like that. My first advice, I would say to people who's trying to get out of poverty, is to educate yourself.
Yes.
I hope YouTube or whosoever, like if they hear this or they see this, that they can catch a YouTube video on just like financial literacy. Like start from there, because I think when you have a better mindset on how money works,
right,
I think you have a better way of using it. And I think, I posted it the other day in the Podical Sons. It's been so many days I haven't used A squared plus B squared equals CD squared. I haven't used that.
Right.
So if that was the last time you saw math, you need to educate yourself on what the math and your money and stuff looks like now.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you hear, I always hear the incentive and stuff that like, 10 racks, you can move mountains with 10 racks. Until you get to 10 racks, again, you still need to save and stack until that time where you're saying, okay, now I have this chunk where I can cover emergency funds.
Right.
And this, let's invest.
Right.
But yeah, a lot of people's mindset is not there because they don't have any idea besides tap and credit card swipe about how to use money.
Yeah. Do you think the that broke mentality of going out and buying this, that, and the third is still affecting the community, or do you feel like they don't even have the money to do that?
I feel like they don't have the money to do that.
Mm.
So I'll say this: we can't use, let's say, in a neighborhood space or like in a neighborhood block. On one neighborhood block, you might see one Mercedes Benz average. You might see 1 to 2 about their houses and stuff kind of lined up and stuff, right?
Right.
And I'm not saying you have a Mercedes that means you got it.
Yeah.
Right. But it'll kind of give you a demographic and stuff like how the cash flow works when you see the type of cars and stuff like that's by this spot.
Yeah.
I drive through, let's say, rich ass or Podical and some part stuff when I'm to and fro from work, whatever, right?
Right.
I'm seeing Beamer, Benz, and Bentley. So when I'm seeing Beamer, Benz, or Bentley, clearly this neighborhood and stuff is okay.
Right.
Right? But if you see Beamer, Benz, putt, like, Now, I saw a Mercedes Benz at my job.
Okay.
From an employee, because it had an employee tag and stuff on it, whatever, in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Part of the Benz, like backlight and stuff, is damn near broke off.
Right. Yeah.
Broken, sorry. Yeah. It's broken. Has tape all on it. When I'm like, this is how we driving Benzes now? Yeah. But then again, people's pockets is different.
Yeah.
Because that car definitely takes luxury gas.
Mm-hmm.
That's one tip of the iceberg. And then two is kind of like, I don't know what other expenses this person might have.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like that mindset and stuff would be like, oh, you were like, you thought you were in the haves, but now you realize you're in the have not, whatever.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if shit ain't changed when you had it good to like now, like.
I was by this garage. It's a bunch of garages where people just they hang out. One or two of the units, you know what I mean. They'll sell beer and food and so forth like that, and they play music.
Like a chill type
yeah,
of vibe.
Yeah. So I was there, and this one girl was there, and she had a Benz truck.
Okay.
Right.
G-Wagon?
No, not the G-Wagon.
Oh, okay. The other one.
Yeah. And so it got hit on the side, right? And then so me and another dude was there, and I'm sitting listening to the conversation, and she's complaining to the other dude. She's like, she's gotta fix it. She gotta fix it because she can't drive around with her Benz looking mash up, right? Mm-hmm. And dude was like, yeah, man, you can't drive around like that. You can't drive around that like that. And then, but I'm looking at her, and she's like, she complaining that she ain't got no money to fix it, right? So I'm like, well, if you don't got no money to fix it, just drive around as it is, right? That's what I'm thinking in my logical mind. Mm-hmm. Nah, man, she can't drive around like that. I'm like, well, then don't buy a friggin' car that you know is gonna cost you money to fix if you get in an accident. Because at some point, you're gonna need the money to fix it. Because I kid you not, I hate to see expensive cars drive around damaged. I'm like, y'all had the money to buy the car. Fix the damn car.
Stop pocket watching like kangaroos. Sue's like, it's pissed me off. Your car's fucked up. Your luxury car's fucked up. That's hilarious. Yo, Sue, you're wild. Yo, it's hard to decipher who's like, the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah.
Right? But I feel like within, like, let's say even with recent months of even this year, the water levels of drowning and not making it has risen.
It's risen.
Exponentially.
It's risen.
And I was like, yo, don't be surprised if a lot of people and stuff, more people are on the poverty line, because if AI is taking some jobs, and some places are not just hiring as is, you can't do anything to add to your income, poverty is going to be here.
Didn't they wasn't it just I think a week ago, Meta just dropped off of how many employees they let go? I'm like, it's happening.
It's happening.
It's happening.
All right.
Where we go next? You got the next one.
Let's talk about Jay-Z.
Hola, Ovito. Is it still Jay-Z or is it what is it now? Is
Jazzy.
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 You went European on us?
No, he been
it been Jazzy.
the niggers. I have to say the niggers because it's kind of like, let's say it takes time and stuff for people to kind of recognize you and then put some respect on your name.
Right.
But when he came out, again, it was the Jazzy type of thing, right?
Yeah.
It was Jazzo and Jazzy.
Yeah.
And again, the Jazzo's still doing his thing somewhere, space, shape, or form. And then you have Jay-Z that kind of just took off.
Right.
Jay-Z now has just announced that he would be doing major shows for, again, the Reasonable Doubt side.
Right.
And the Blueprint side, since he kind of got those ownership things back from, previously Dash.
Right.
Right? I've been a Jay-Z fan for a good portion of my life. I want to say, when have I been reciting Jay-Z? Can't Out the Hustle didn't really get me too much.
Okay.
So Reasonable Doubt, I would honestly say I was not one of the first people bumping Reasonable Doubt.
Okay.
I would say in my lifetime because Sunshine.
Right. Yeah.
The Babyface track.
Yeah.
I love that song. And then like Who You With, then it kind of made me go back to Reasonable Doubt.
Okay.
But I'm like, again, I was still a Jay-Z fan in the beginning. Jay-Z has been getting Marvin's money since 1996.
Okay. Yeah.
I am not giving Jay-Z any more money.
A lot older, a lot wiser.
Yeah, because I'll say this. And the two shows, happy hand clap for him.
Yeah.
To do it. I haven't seen Jay perform in like forever.
Well, I was gonna say, because he didn't really do a tour for like the 444 when he dropped it, did he?
I don't recall.
Yeah, I don't recall.
I don't recall him doing one for the 444. That's one. Two,
and it's usually when you expect people to tour is when they're promoting something
The
that's
albums.
just dropping, right?
Right. He did a lot of touring, I guess, or let's say a little 1-2s with Beyonce.
Okay.
When she was doing her shows,
Right.
and he would come out and stuff like that around that time. I know he did tour for like the Magna Carta, and he had Beyonce and stuff kind of with him on to and fro. But then eventually she did her Mrs. Carter tour
Right.
around that time and stuff for her. And then it was more, he was kind of like piggybacking on
Off of
specific
that.
cities.
Yeah.
If he could, right? I've been a fan for Jay for like forever. I don't believe the return on investment for putting into Jay-Z's pockets
Yeah.
has been welfare for the fans. I'll say that because if Jay-Z is spotted with recent fans of like recent years, Jay-Z is antisocial. Jay-Z is standoffish.
Right.
If I spent my money on you for that many, I've heard somebody say, Jay-Z, you're my favorite fan. You're the biggest, I'm your biggest fan.
Right, yeah.
You're the reason why I even listen to hip hop.
Right.
And because you're not rapping like that, I'm not listening to hip hop. And then Jay-Z's looking at like, this guy, you're trying to make me feel bad. You need to address your fans.
You do need to address your
So
fans.
if you don't address your fans, this is just a money grab for you because you don't give a fuck about us.
Yeah, yeah.
You've shown that in like recent years and stuff, whatever, from you not touring and you not making yourself sociably like relatable to the peoples.
Right.
Like if you jumped on a podcast, you took a few photos, you stopped for a few fans and stuff. Like I've never heard nobody with the rhetoric saying, oh, Jay-Z stopped for a photo, Jay-Z thing. Even when it came to, you take $500 to go to dinner with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And he even said, take the money.
Yeah.
Because he don't want to fuck with you guys. He said it himself. He joined the chat.
He joined the chat.
But yet we're supposed to break our necks to throw him money again when he's a billionaire already? These shows better be fucking free. I'm sorry.
I remember when the title argument came about, and
I was in uproar.
You were in uproar,
Yes.
and then I was like, when you broke it down, I was like, yeah, you know
So
what,
for
I get it.
For the title uproar, what Smooth and I were having like off camera and everything, when Jay-Z made Tidal, or when Jay-Z put his name and stuff to be on the brand of Tidal, the music streaming service, it wasn't doing so well in the beginning.
Right.
He had a Side B concert. The only way you could see Side B concert is if you're a Tidal subscriber.
If you're a Tidal subscriber.
Because I knew the concert was coming.
Yeah.
I said, to spend $15 for a Jay-Z concert,
Yeah.
watch in my whole damn house,
Right.
compared to like going to Brooklyn,
Yeah.
and enjoying the whole thing. I was like, you know what? Give me the $15.
Take it.
Spend this $15. Watch this. And like, yay, Jay, I supported you. For Jay-Z to bust a freestyle and say, oh, but y'all don't want to support me, but y'all want to get new iPhones every time they drop a new iPhone. Jay, I didn't come here for that. I spent my money yesterday to watch this thing today for you, and it's still not enough for you. Respectfully, fuck you.
You know, Jay, listening to Tidal requires some type of phone.
You need a phone.
A phone has become a utility. You can't escape that.
Facts. A phone is a utility.
A phone is a utility. You can't escape that. Like, you need the phone.
You need a phone.
You don't necessarily need
the streaming app.
That streaming service, especially when there's 2 more streaming services.
There was a few, and it was cheaper. Tidal was more pricier than what even Spotify was back then.
So you want people who might have been listening to you stuff on another streaming platform already that was cheaper
to come
over to your side to make you more richer.
When you're a billionaire,
and
you don't interact with the people who help make you a billionaire. I've bought Armadale vodka.
Yeah.
I bought Rockaware clothes.
Yeah.
I bought Rockaware movies.
Yeah.
I've been to the 444 in New York.
Yeah.
I made it my journey. I was like, a real Jay-Z fan has to go to the 444 bar.
If you were to give a ballpark figure,
how much money I spent on the Sean Carter name?
Yeah.
Fucking A. I would probably ballpark it as stuff to say about clothes, apparel, and all that type of stuff. Probably like 10K.
Oh no, you deserve a free concert.
Probably about 10K.
You deserve a free concert.
Because I bought CDs, and this is back then.
Yeah, that's back then.
Right? And CDs and stuff for the minimum like $15.
Yeah.
Jay-Z been making mad CDs.
Yeah.
I want to say the last Jay-Z CD disc I've actually bought was probably about the Magna Carta. The 444, by that time, I was super streaming.
Yeah.
So I didn't buy it. But the Magna Carta, I actually bought a physical copy when they had a download copy during the NBA Finals that year. But I still, to support, I bought. And it's the Rock. It's the Rock. The Rocks hasn't, the ROI, not the ROC, hasn't come back in my pockets. The ROI has not come back in my pockets. ROC has not contributed, nothing come back in my pockets. I can say Jay-Z is one of the greats of like music.
Yeah.
A prolific poet.
Yeah.
I haven't seen no ROI kind of come back into how much I've dumped the stuff into him. So why would I take my hard-earned adult money now to say I'm going to go get hotel room? I don't live in Brooklyn. Think about how many people are going to break their neck to say, yo, it's an event. It's Jay-Z.
Right.
You know the Beyonce tickets ain't fucking cheap as is. Those things will set people back in poverty and behind some payments.
Yeah.
And this is a 2-night event?
2-night event.
So meaning...
At Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, so you're not even gonna... You're like, fuck. I would love to see Jay-Z perform like Girl's Best Friend. No. We're doing Reasonable Doubt only. So you're like, fuck. And then you're like, well, I like Blueprint 2 songs. No. Blueprint 1. So you're spending your money for the shit you might not even really get.
Right. And the only way to get what you want to get is to spend money on both concerts.
Pineapples. I'm uncomfortable with the thought. We've given a lot of these artists, and I would take a stand and stuff for them to say like, yo, once again, I'm a big fan of Jay-Z. I'm not a stan.
Right.
And again, certain behaviors and stuff I'm just not a fan of, whatever. The young girl track with Pharrell, and he's talking about how, like, I guess basically he kind of courted Beyonce.
Right.
Not cool. You a 30-year-old man.
Mm-hmm.
She was a 19-year-old girl.
Right.
We were saying age ain't nothing but a number.
Yeah.
A teenager, though?
Yeah.
A teenager, though?
It's a little bit,
Again,
a bit dodgy, mate.
It's a bit dodgy.
A bit dodgy.
As a young lad and stuff, whatever, go into it, whatever. There's one way of stuff looking at it, whatever, right? And one of my homies' excuses and stuff was like, it was a different time back then. I'm a different man than I was from back then to now.
Yeah.
I stand on morals and principles now. Now let's look at these things and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
Again, I've been a Jay-Z fan. I can Puff, what up, nigga? Let's go half on a boat. That's from a Jay-Z mixtape. So then Jay-Z come out years later saying Sean Combs and I have never been friends. Just a business thing.
Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna go support a person who just left their You want to go half on a boat with a business partner?
Yeah. Nah.
Only friends.
Only friends.
It's our friends only. Certain things about his character has come out and been like, as the adult that I am, if 96, age frame 96, I would probably be about 11, right?
Yeah.
Time frame. I am now 41.
Right.
Right? So 30 years from that time, enough is enough. If the ROI is not working for me, like you're saying, when it comes to investment and stuff, I have no problem missing this concert.
None whatsoever.
And I don't feel like anybody should break their neck and stuff for these people when they don't even give a shit. If you look at them like, let's say, I've seen meet and greets and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
The Chris Brown thing, I can see why Chris Brown is getting these women's money.
Yeah.
The hell? If you were a broke chick and you bought a regular Chris Brown ticket and then you saw that he's doing meet and greets like this, I guarantee you're getting your money up.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting your money up.
Oh, yeah.
What incentive have you seen and stuff to say like, yo, you would break your neck for this Jay-Z concert?
But that's what I'm saying, man.
Zero, exactly.
And this is what I'm saying. It's like, and this is a man that, he's retired. So you're not supposedly getting anything new from him. And it's not to say like...
Watch that bet still be sold out.
And it's not to say like, because we know legacy acts talk all the time. This man walked away from rap. So, okay, I mean, my question was, why now?
Reasonable doubt.
Reasonable doubt. Yeah.
I feel like it's a parade, a big fuck you to like Dame and other people and stuff who kept it away.
Right.
Because I want to say, yes, reasonable doubt, they said, has hit the 30-year mark because 1996.
Yeah.
That's when it dropped, right?
Okay.
So reasonable doubt did drop and stuff in 96 and stuff. So it's the 30-year anniversary. But if that be the case, just call it a Jay-Z show.
Yeah.
Jay-Z hits. Or a collection.
A collection.
But to say one specific day is reasonable doubt and one specific day, and then even us probably speaking about it now,
right?
Words can probably get to Rock Nation. I'm not going to be loved by Rock Nation.
Yeah,
definitely after saying what I gotta say. And stuff,
but we're grown men. We're not looking for the love.
But again, exactly, right? And that's what I'm saying. This is a stand will probably just shut their pie hole and stuff, whatever, right? And I guess this is where I probably might clap at like Charlemagne, because I feel like Charlemagne is a stand. Like there's a specific set amount of people he won't go after, and Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Oprah is in this list.
But you know what, Marv? I see your stance because of who Jay-Z is and of who Jay-Z like. As somebody who respect his music, and as somebody who you should be able to critique.
It's been, so two places that had many uproars when I mentioned, like one was yesterday.
Right.
It wasn't that much of an uproar compared to like, I think like whenever it was announced, like I think the Friday, I was having a conversation with somebody, right? Or the Thursday evening, can't remember.
Right.
I was having a conversation stuff with, and they're like, nigga, you're like the biggest Jay-Z fan that I know and stuff for that. What do you mean you're not trying to see like, I said, no. I said, the ROC has not worked out for my ROI.
Right.
I said, if I've given 10 racks estimated and stuff, whatever, I never got a handshake or a photo with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Jay-Z came to Toronto for a Caribana one year. He spit half, not even a quarter of the verse of Threats. I know the song.
Yeah.
I put my life to you, put the knife to you. Am I causing you harm? He said, make some noise for Tiana Marie. And she did made a girl feel. Jay-Z never came back to the fucking club. I spent $80 for that ticket that night.
Yeah.
Not including the fit that I bought and stuff, whatever. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, I told them, I've given enough money to Sean Corey Carter.
Yeah.
And I'm calling the name like, I'm a fan.
Right.
I'm a fan. But I'm like, as an adult, much as with poverty, when we're speaking about poverty and everything, I'm not saying I will break the bank and stuff for it, but this shit doesn't make sense during these times.
And like
Iran just made a statement and said any tourist hubs in the world we're clapping at. Yankee Stadium not a tourist hub?
Yeah.
We know it as the Bronx Zoo.
Yeah.
Done talk.
No, because I was gonna say again, going back to the fact that he's retired. Like I can understand if and the ROI, if you can expect more music coming from him, right? And again, music of a stature where we can relate to, because again, the music we want to listen to now has got to relate to us in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I kind of liked the 444, because it was relatable. It was talking about grown man, big man, shit.
Fatherhood.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So
that's
that's why I really enjoyed that album. And I was like, damn, I wish Jay would give us more of like that, right? Mm-hmm. So I can understand if he's now giving us more of that. And I said, okay, you know what? I'll go and support some way, somehow, so he can keep this music career going. But it's not like that.
I don't, and this is where it kind of comes back to and stuff where, again, it seems like I'm coming down so hard on Jay-Z, but we've been saying like we need more black millionaires and we need more black billionaires. This man is a billionaire.
Yeah.
Right? This should be a pro bono concert to a billionaire.
But
you're not doing it for the money, you're doing it for the love.
Okay,
right?
okay. And that's the other question I was going to ask you. Do you think he still loves it? Or is he really just doing it for the money at this point?
I feel like once you always have a love for music, let's say this, I'm not a music creator.
Right.
And I know you're a music creative. I would feel like once you have love for like music itself,
yeah,
it's always going to be there.
And that's what I'm saying though, because again, we know legacy acts like
Boyz II Men,
the Rolling Stones, like they're touring. They're still touring at the age they're at because they love it, right? Mm-hmm. They may not be giving you new music, but the fact that they're going around and touring, they tour it because they don't need the money.
No, but and again, if you're going by just music and shit like that, we always tell you he's a hustler.
Right.
Then he's not a rapper, he's a hustler.
Right.
Right? So again, if it comes to the rap and then it comes to the making the money thing, he's a billionaire now.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's the hustler thing and stuff about it. The love was like, I'm not saying he doesn't have a love for it, but it's not definitely there because his focus the past few years is that you're Jay-Z, right? You have all the power to remove red tape and stuff in any case possible to drop an album.
Yeah.
He don't write stuff, whatever. He'll freestyle it and everything like that. I'm pretty sure he could produce so many albums and stuff within one, like, hell, 96, 97, he dropped like 2 albums and stuff in that time and stuff, whatever. And then not including, I think, like, again, the other albums and stuff were like 8 summers consecutive straight.
Yeah.
He's been number one summer, like dropping the album at the end of the summer and stuff, whatever, like clockwork. So I don't think it's hard for him to produce something because shit, look what God did on the Khaled track. You could have broke that verse up into 2 verses and that could have been 1 song.
Yeah.
Right? The ability is still there.
Yeah.
The love for it, I don't think not so much, but it's kind of like, it's a flex. That's why I said, like, I feel like it's a fuck you, Dame. I'm doing this concert.
Right.
Fuck you guys who were holding up my money and stuff for this, whatever. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. And then after this, I'm Ghost.
Right.
But again, who has to go to these things? None but your fans.
The fans.
So now if your fans now have kind of sense and stuff, whatever, and like, you've been ducking this, you haven't been social, you haven't been seen, you've been anti and stuff, whatever. And I know a lot of people like the campaign, like even on social media, I see something that's make yourself less available.
Yeah.
It makes you more valuable.
Right.
I hear that.
Yeah.
But not when it comes to King and Queen. Jay-Z and Beyonce's king and queen of black folk.
Yeah.
They need to be seen often.
You should be able to step out every now and then to just.
We need to see our king and queen. And I'll tell you this. I learned from an anime. They said you need to see the king and queen out and about smiling to motivate you.
Yes.
To be the king and queen.
Yes.
So if you see them good and everything, it's a motivational tool to help you to work hard and pull yourself up.
They always say all the good kings were always amongst the people.
But we have the king of rap that want to take photos with fans that said they spent all their hard-earned bread for him. Just a photo.
See, and the reason why I like, and that's why I asked you about the timing, because it just seemed, and even with the sitting down with the Russell and so forth like that, when he had the whole beef with Title and stuff like that, going back and forth, I'm like, are you doing this now because your name is sort of being called in not such a positive light, but a negative way? And are you now trying to say to yourself, okay, I got to do PR control, PR damage, or whatever. So I got to now look to be amongst the people? Because I'm like, you didn't look like you were interested in giving nobody a dinner.
I don't think, I don't think this, if this PR thing look at like this concert is for the people and stuff, this bitch better be pro bono, like I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It has to be a freebie or it has to be on the low. Like when J. Cole did the $1 in the Dream,
right?
The concerts for $1,
right? It
has to be like that. Other than that, whatever. And like, yeah. And then again, you're a billionaire. If I was a billionaire and I was performing, if this was me,
yeah,
I would say this: merch I would keep. Ticket sales and stuff, whatever, is going to a donation.
Yeah.
Any money from the merch, I'm pocketing that. Ticket-wise and stuff, all proceedings is going to whatever fucking donations of people's and stuff that I love, whatever, right? Because if these tickets are under $100, no, I lie. These tickets are under $200 for bleeds.
Yeah.
I'll apologize on this podcast. I shaved my beard for the podcast.
Yeah,
I would apologize.
Okay.
On my podcast.
All right.
For when the ticket sales come out.
Yeah.
And when the ticket sales come out, I will post the bitch in the stories so everybody can see it myself and then be like, I ain't saying shit.
I mean, this is a good point you raise. I mean, isn't Live Nation, don't Live Nation own Ticketmaster? Or it's
like, yeah, Live Nation, Live Nation has a contract with Beyonce and Jay.
Right.
For them to make substantial amount of dollars together for the course of years.
Yeah.
That contract and stuff is publicly known.
Right.
If this is another part to that contract to help fill the demand, 7 fucking people died. 7 fucking people. I sound anti-Jay-Z right now.
I know,
but
listen, I know. Listen, he sounds that way, but I can tell you.
I'm fed up, man.
He's a fan of Jay. He's a fan of Jay.
Bootleggers bombing. This is a Jay-Z freestyle. He spit it. And I want to give the full thing for you. Like, I'm coming after you guys. You guys talking shit about me. Bootleggers bombing. Bin Laden still cracking. Not lose. I was simply refused. Like, I've been to Jay concerts. I've supported Jay.
Yeah.
If any cases, though, I feel like maybe not even just me. There might be other bigger Jay-Z fans than me.
Right.
That look like, yo, boss, I feel like I deserve a freebie or like a discount ticket or some shit like that to show my thing. And I remember my homie said it, one of my homies said it, who was crashing out on the Thursday.
Yeah.
He's like, if you're not going, I'm definitely not fucking going. Because you know more Jay-Z shit than I do.
Right.
Whatever, right? And I was like, don't crash out. Still go. He's like, but I see us going together.
Right.
Whatever, right? To this thing and stuff for that. But I was like, how does this benefit your pockets or even Marvin's pockets? And then it was tumbleweed silence just like this. And I'm like, I have a business to build. If Jay-Z will lovely say like, yo, you know what? That big forehead fucker has been supporting my music from the time and stuff, whatever. Yeah. I got you. Yeah. He got a social media that he don't even fucking use. You could just throw a Podical Sons thing up there or whatever. Then if he did that, then it'd been like, smooth, we're going. I'm paying for you to go.
We're going. We're on our way.
I'll pay the bill when I come back. I'll close my eyes and swipe.
We're on our way.
Yeah. If it's a no, sit your ass home, man. Times are getting rough. They're trying to nuke every damn thing.
They're trying to do it's nuts. You gotta spend gas to get to the concert.
Yo.
Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
You gotta spend gas money to get to the concert.
Gas for driving, fuel for the planes. You need gas.
You need gas.
We're done talking. I'm done talking. No further questions.
All right.
Defense versus Kings.
Defense. That's
Indictment of Jay-Z is over.
You,
All right.
you put up a good defense.
All right. Thank you.
You put up a good defense.
Let's get to the question of the week.
Question of the week. Will you be going to the Jay-Z concert?
No. Question of the week. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Out of 5 stars, how many stars would you rate adulting?
2.5.
Damn! For real? No.
Nah. I'm bugging. Nah, I for me, I'm gonna give it. I'll give it a 3.5.
I say that too.
I'm giving it a 3.5.
I said like, yo, a lot of things are on the uptick.
Right.
And I feel like it's 3. So one person, I was at, again, collecting the data, talking to so many people.
Yeah.
One person said to me and stuff, they said, some of these fucking celebrities with all this money still opting committing suicide. Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Right? You would think some of these people with money would have a 5-star life, but money isn't everything.
Money's not
I
everything.
said, correct. I even said, I believe anybody who commits suicide, they would have been 1-star people and stuff off rip because they chose to opt out of adulting.
Right.
Right? For me, it's 3.5 and it's on the uptick, right? Because I would say the lowest I kind of felt like life could have been for me was probably 2-star.
Okay.
2-star, right? But then it was 2-starring when I was still a student in school.
Right.
Right. I was just trying to be certain to just. I held on to the millennial dream. The millennial dream, like once I graduate, hopefully life turns around and stuff like that, whatever.
Yeah.
And eventually it did. And then from there, it went from a 2-star struggling and stuff like, I don't know if I'm going to make this and stuff for the graduate. And then it went to a 2.5 after I graduated. And then certain things and stuff in life kind of brought it up to 3. I don't think it has, even after like a failure of marriage.
Right.
It's never dipped lower than 3.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
It's never dipped lower than 3 and stuff, whatever. I want to say, to make my world 5-star, I need a lot of personal things I won't really mention and stuff on air. But I would say this. If a few of those personal things and stuff chimed off with the bread, 5-star in life.
I see it. Yeah, man. I mean, for me, when I say 3.5, it's like, is as much as the struggles happen and the things that you got to concentrate now being an adult. Listen, man, it's made me a better person.
Agreed.
It's really made me a better person. It's made me a wiser person.
Yes.
And
Same.
I think all these things, the struggle created that. And it's me stepping up to the plate as an adult and not kind of cowering down and wishing, I wish I was a youth again so I don't have to face all these things. Nah, I'm at the point where I'm willing to embrace certain things that come my way.
You have what they call existential grit, right? So like most of the existential crises will kind of just bring the weight under people. But what I've seen, because I know your story and stuff, you've kind of ballooned past like the world that's kind of been trying to enclose on you, right?
Right.
Which is a blessing. Let's say, like there was a time during the pandemic where you lost your job, where you weren't working and stuff like that, whatever, right?
Right.
Your hustles, your side hustles and everything and stuff, whatever, went up. Again, the world's imploding on you and stuff, whatever, but you find a way and stuff kind of balloon right past it.
Right.
Right? You have that tenacity. Not too many people are actually built like that, but I feel like your way should be mirrored. It should be mirrored and stuff. A lot of people should look at it and be like, well, if they especially if they know you.
Yeah.
To look at it and stuff, you're like, well, shit, this didn't go well. This didn't go well and stuff, whatever. I'm still smiling. I'm still trying to do my best. I'm still trying to make sure stuff like this shit chime off. I'm still trying to make sure I still get peace of mind. Those things will keep your stars up. Right?
100%, man.
But the people and stuff, whatever, when it's kind of like those things are hitting them, they can go from I'll say the most I've heard somebody say 4-star. It was a young guy.
Okay.
It was a young guy. And I don't knock it. I love it.
Yeah, I love it too.
I love it. And I told him, I hope it stays 4-star. I
Right.
hope it goes to 5-star
It would be
before he turned 30.
right.
Whatever, right? But again, he's in a world where like privilege is a hell of a thing.
Mm,
The man inherited a Mercedes Benz at 18, 19 years old
yeah.
from a rich uncle,
Right.
right? He works making video games.
Okay. Yeah.
He's already been to Korea, Japan, and all these other places and stuff, whatever. He's not even 25.
Yeah.
So I was like, I understand why yours is fucking 4-star.
Yeah, I get it.
My shit would be 4-star if I had that.
I get it.
But I'm like, not everybody's gonna have a world like that.
No.
And we should not be envious of that. We should just constantly work on our world.
Yeah.
Not consistently, constantly work on our world, because it's kind of like I've noticed a lot of people will get into a situation to be like, yo, I need a side hustle, but they have time for Netflix. It's a constant
It's a
thing.
constant thing. That's I said the mindset
It's
again.
a mindset. Yeah.
You know,
100.
and listen, kudos to dude. I hope that 4-star stays that way. But the one thing I can say is that if you never face adversity and an adversity finally hits you, that may be a different thing.
I told him a lot of the character stories and stuff I told him sometimes you go through some bad shit to see how, you're going to come out of it.
Right.
And I told him and some other people and stuff. Well, one person, I think he was the youngest in the area, but sometimes we might need like a micro amount of trauma
Yeah.
to kind of know how to possibly deal with. It's kind of like a vaccine.
I was about to say, is it kind of like the Hell's Gate room?
Yeah, oh no. That's the danger room for fucking X-Men. Everybody needs to folks, before we continue on, let me tell you something about this fucking danger room thing. Side note.
Yeah.
We'll get back to this shit.
Side note to the danger room.
There's people that's always gonna fuck with your peace. If they message you or all the things that you can control, you can fire them off into a do not disturb touch area, do not answer, do not all the above. You can answer.
You can answer.
When you got time that day, when you have energy, because you know it's going to change you. So you might as well use it to build up a resistance
Yeah.
for whatever bullshit you might have to deal with. If we don't like your messages on a Podical Sun side, it goes into the gates of hell. Whenever we have time.
When we have time.
To deal with the bullshit, hate,
we'll open up the gates.
all that type of stuff. When we have time to train, to build up our resistance, that's when we do it, whatever. We don't run from adversity. We train with it when we're ready.
Back to the conversation. But the existential grid, a lot of people need to embrace these challenges that the world can throw at them because they're part of life. Yeah.
They're part of the adulting thing. From 0 to 17, you're a child.
Yeah.
From 18 to average lifespan is like what, about 75?
75.
You're an adult.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever
you're an adult longer than you're a child.
We need to start looking at these situations and be more aware of how we don't want these situations to kind of come back and bite us in the ass and stuff again. And that's including relationships, debt, money situations, friendships, jobs. You want to make sure everything is onto the uptick. You're responsible for your life to go from 1-star to a 5-star. No one else.
Nobody else.
Smooth said it earlier. The government is not coming to save you. You can't expect anybody coming to save you. No one can. People could probably add on to your world to help your life increase, but trust me, you won't get the full effect of the stars if you're not doing it yourself.
Yep.
Straight
well
goods.
said. Well said.
Let's get to Ask the Sons, man.
All right.
First Ask the Sons comes from QTFormula.
Okay.
What is something you learned way too late in life?
Investing.
Yeah.
Yeah, investing.
I think just the dance of credit.
Yeah.
I feel like, I love you, Mom. Mom, I love you. I wish you would have had like better history on how credit, because that I realized and stuff, if I adapted my mother's lifestyle or way of thinking,
Yeah.
I probably not would have been in generational poverty, but I would never know an income of like thousands.
Mm.
Her way was more survival.
Yeah.
The way I've learned is thriving.
Right.
They're not the same. And I think a lot of people inflate the two and confuse the two. I know a homie because his parents had the know-how. When he graduated from school, his parents bought him a house
Okay.
under his name.
Yeah.
And I said, your parents got you a house? He's like, yeah. They said, it's up to me to do what I want, either live in it or flip it.
Right.
And I was like, that's dope. He's like, yeah. And my credit score is at 7 thing. And I didn't know at the time, I was 18.
Right.
I think I didn't sign up for my first credit card till probably about like a little bit before my 19th birthday.
Okay.
And this was like fresh after turning 18, because I turned 18 in the April. I graduated into like the June. And his parents got him a house and stuff in the June, right?
Right.
And then to understand credit scores and all that type of stuff. And I explained his story to someone else, and they're like, fuck, that kid is gonna win in life.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wish my mom had the know-how.
Yeah.
That we could have got popping and stuff all like that. Cause again, your starting point, again, like the young man that I told you and stuff for there, he's 24, I believe. And for him to have a starting point so well where like family's gifting you cars, he's been traveling since.
Yeah.
He finally buckled down to go to school. He became a video game designer. Life is good. But again, your starting points from how your family sets you
How your
up
family sets you up.
dictate it and everything like that.
And it's funny because when you mention mom and I say about the whole thing about investing is it a lot of it was my fault because my mom was somebody who heavily invested. And she tried to get me into it from early, right? And I was always like, I ain't bothered with that. I can't bother with that.
You got money to spend now.
Yeah. And the fact of the matter is that my mom passed away as a millionaire. She may not had it in cash, but as far as assets and all of that was concerned, it was there enough to break it up amongst her kids to give them a fresh start. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, me and my wife, all the time, my wife is like, if I had only listened to your mom when she was saying, buy this piece of property over here or buy this piece of property over here. She's like, if I'd only listened to your mom. And then her brother, who is in real estate, would come by and is like, yo, Smooth's mom was ahead of her time. It's like, I wish our parents was like his mom, because the things that she was into and what she was doing, I don't know a lot of people who are doing it.
Quick question. Would with all the education or the teaching that your mom and stuff had, it would be you'd be a fool to end up in poverty?
I'd be a fool.
Okay. Because of even like you saying like what she left for her kids and the teachings and stuff, whatever. Like sometimes the knowledge is worth its weight in gold.
Yeah.
But then much less with the gold.
with the gold. And it's just like you're saying, because my mom never went to school for none of that.
Yeah.
She just
acquired the knowledge.
She sat with people who knew it, and she said to herself, I could do it too.
Sit with winners, folks, man. Sit with 4 winners. You'll be the 5th one in no time, man. Well said. Next question comes from SprinkleSnake. What is an unrealistic beauty standard for men you feel pressured to live up to?
Keeping a full head of hair.
Oh my gosh.
Keeping a full head of hair. That has gotta be number one on that list, man. I don't care who you are.
Oh my gosh, you're so right. That's my answer too. You're right. Yo, it's like we know so much about men going bald and women hair thinning.
Yeah.
And they're like, bald nigga, bald nigga, bald nigga. Wait, you like a bone ball? I had like a soccer ball.
It's like, give us a break, man. Give us a break.
Well said, Smooth. Could have said any better. That's my answer.
That's your
too.
answer,
That's
too.
my answer too. Okay. Last Axel Son comes from DaLoveKyng. How do men initiate conversations with other men on a friendship level? You know what? To be honest, I think like my way I've found is only if the guys are stationary. And what I mean by that, like they're just standing in one particular place.
Right.
Right? If you're seeing a guy on the move, I want to say 9 times out of 10 for me, I always feel like some men have some shit to do.
Yeah.
Or have something focused and stuff on a man. I'm not saying women don't have that, but I feel like when you see a guy just kind of just standing, this is the better opportunity to say words and stuff, whatever, to them, whatever, right?
I agree.
And I had a notion where I went to what was it? I went to a Jays game years ago, right? I went to a Jays game years ago, and I was standing around talking to like a homie, and somebody else went to like one of the concession stands.
Yeah.
And when I'm standing like this, now I was just standing with my arms crossed stuff and talking, a random white dude and stuff, and it was so funny and stuff. He came up, whatever, and he's like, oh man. Cause I had like a blue Jays shirt, whatever, with like some Japanese writing on it. He's like,
right.
Oh, I thought you were the new midget security team. I was gonna take a selfie with you because you just stood there with your arms crossed, trying to look brolic like this. But I was talking to my homie and I was there like this.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, oh, and then again, him just saying that made both of us laugh now,
Right,
whatever.
yeah.
And now it's more warmed up. And I saw myself doing that a few times and stuff too.
Yeah.
Like there's other guys, let's say I go to a party. I went to a baby shower and stuff last year. And I knew more of the women of the baby shower than I knew of the men.
Yeah.
I still post up in the section, I guess, but the quote unquote bad man them.
Right. Were they crying?
Huh?
Were they crying?
No.
They weren't crying?
Dry eye.
Okay.
Unless they probably cried when I couldn't see them. But like they were over there just kind of just posted. And eventually, I think I must have said a comment and stuff about like one dude's like kicks.
Yeah.
And then he looked at my kicks. And then eventually and stuff with him like, yo, I wanted it. And then another guy, like, yo, I wanted to get those and stuff, whatever. Now we're talking about kicks.
Right.
And now it's extra relatable now because now we went from kicks to talking about like women, but then it went to other conversations and stuff as well, because it's kind of like some women came by in a dress like, damn, and we're like, damn, who that?
Right.
To like eventually I'm dapping them up and everything. And even the homies like, you know those guys? Like, nope.
No.
Just bonded earlier
Uh-huh.
today. When men are standing around, you have a better probability. And it's always better to not go at it more when it's just like, I'm going to say, no more than like 1 or 2 men.
Yeah.
I use Justin Gaethje as an example. They might make this into a hot take. Justin Gaethje said it. I didn't say it. He said, 1 man can hold you down, 2 men can rape you. So if I see 1 man standing, we can have a conversation.
We can have the conversation.
2, 3 men. Hey, guys, what's going on?
Yeah. Keep it moving.
In the words of Justin Gaethje, I don't know y'all like that.
No, but it's funny that you mentioned the whole, just standing around the shoe thing, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember standing at a bus stop one day and dude was right beside me and say, yo, I like your shoes. And and just the whole conversation just started off of that just off the shoes, right? Even today at the grocery mart, right? I had my cart like this, and I was going into the fridge section to grab some milk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Another dude mistakenly thought it was his cart, was going in to take out the cottage cheese out my cart.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, hey, just to, just to alert him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he looked at my cart and he's like, oh, sorry, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the dude where he was with, he's like, happens to me all the time, right? Then my wife jumps in, she goes, yeah, I'm guilty of it too.
Boom.
Right there, 4 people started conversating.
Boom.
My wife was like, she goes, Not even that. And then it went to the gas. Dude was like, well, you don't need to tell me about it. I drive a Tundra truck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, sorry about that. He goes, don't tell me sorry. Tell my customers because I'm passing it on to them. We start laughing. You know what I mean? And then
that's the initiation.
That was it.
Where you go from there and stuff. It would be like if you want to like wrap that up, you'd have been like, yeah, I'd love to get drinks with you and stuff. You seem like a cool dude and stuff for that. Can I take a business card?
Yeah.
See where it goes from there.
Where it goes from there.
But at least you have the know-how to initiate. And the best people, like I said, the people just standing around.
Just standing around.
Except for the ones at Buckingham Palace. Them dudes, they working. Yeah. They working though. Yeah. They working.
If they talk, they get fired.
Yeah, that's it. We here.
We here.
Yay.
We talk for a living. We're not getting fired.
Yeah. No.
We talk our shit on our shit.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready for So Say the Sons?
Let's wrap it up with the So Says the Sons.
So Say the Sons is kind of like on a villain side, but work with me. So Say the Sons this week said, if your credit score is under 800, help yourself first before you help another.
So Say the Sons.
I'm not saying you can't help people, but it doesn't make sense to pour into somebody else's cup when your cup is not full.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're in the 800 area, your cup is damn near full.
Damn near full.
You can help pour into some other people. Jay-Z. Done talk.
Jay-Z got off 800 cups at the 800 level.
His cup runneth over 100. He one of the best niggas that done it. 6 digits and run it. That's a Jay-Z bar. I'm a Jay-Z fan.
Yeah, I told you to rest your case a long time ago, man. Listen, man. He's indicting.
Yeah, this isn't a true indictment.
This is a true indictment.
This isn't a true indictment. But we are here. We appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all the above.
All of the above.
You can tag the Jays. You can tag Jigga for the indictment and stuff, whatever, if he looks this way. But if you tag him and we get the free tickets, you coming with us.
You coming with us, man.
You coming with us. Stuff with us. So we appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, all the above, all streaming platforms possible. And once again, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that
genius has its limits.
Peace and love. Y'all keep all out there. Go be great.
Peace.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.